Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Subayal here. Pinterest released their results 2 weeks back, and beyond the shadow of a doubt, the company is progressing immensely. It is gearing up for some enormous growth, as we will see later, and no one seems to be paying much attention. In this video, I will share some important insights of this stock and my own analysis regarding its strong fundamentals, due to which I think it is a good value investment, and I think we can now buy it for a price that is well below its intrinsic value. And the amazing fact is that the market has turned a blind eye to it, even though its fundamentals are very strong and even stronger than February 2021 when it was trading at just under $90. But please remember that I am not your financial advisor. I am just sharing my opinion and analysis with you. And my opinion and my analysis could be completely wrong. So please always do your own research and don't base your financial decisions on what I or anyone else on YouTube says. So the reason for the decline in price is that the social media stocks have taken a beating lately, and they have had a rocky start to 2022. Pinterest was once a pandemic darling, but the stock has been declining for the past few months. We all spent hours on the social media app while in lockdown, but interest soon started to fade. Pinterest stock price surged during the pandemic and went as high as $89 in February 2021, but it has been declining ever since. As lockdown restrictions ended and the pandemic momentum slowed, the stock continued to decline. So even though the fundamentals of Pinterest are rock solid, the stock price has gone down 18% over the last 1 month, over 30% over the last 6 months, and a jaw-dropping over 71% over the last 1 year. And the analysts on TipRanks don't seem to be overly excited either. The overall rating of Pinterest is a moderate buy. So based on 25 Wall Street analysts offering 12-month price targets for Pinterest in the last 3 months, the average price target is $40 with a high forecast of $53 and a low forecast of $31. The average price target represents a 54.56% change from the last price of $25.88. The stock is currently trading at a huge discount compared to any time in 2021. I am convinced that, as we will see later, the intrinsic value of the stock is much higher as compared to the current price of $26, even if we consider a margin of safety of 25%. And we all know that the tech stocks have been plummeting due to the grey stock sell-off, and Pinterest is in the same boat. As we saw, the Pinterest stock is 70% down as compared to its all-time high, and it is just trading at 28 times forward earnings. It is even cheaper than the social media stocks like Match Group. But the business has shown great potential. It reported fourth quarter earnings 2 weeks back, and the company's growth along the dimension of average revenue per user (ARPU) made headlines. The company showed a 23% year-over-year growth across the world, driven by 62% growth in its international markets. Pinterest already has a good network effect and has over 426 million users on its platform. Now, if we look at the social media giant Meta platforms, it has topped out at 2.9 billion users. Therefore, Pinterest not only has huge user base already, but the growth of its ARPU, or average revenue per user, presents an outstanding opportunity. Now, if at some point in future Pinterest reaches 2.9 billion users, that would represent a growth of 580% from here. But if that never happens, and if it just increases its user base by 2 times the current user base and succeeds in increasing its ARPU, even in that case, the growth could be enormous, since Pinterest is just starting off along that dimension. Just think about it for a moment. The international ARPU for Pinterest was just $0.57 in quarter 4 of 2021 as compared to Meta's $27.91. It is around 49 times less revenue per user as compared to Facebook. Therefore, a modest improvement in the way Pinterest monetizes its user base will take the cash flow of the company to 10 times from here. Therefore, the upward potential is huge. It is important to note that the company managed to report solid revenue numbers despite the decline in user base. Since the third quarter of 2021, the company has seen a dip in user growth, and this has impacted Pinterest stock adversely. But one should not judge the fundamentals of a company solely on the user numbers. The company has strong projections for this quarter, and I believe it has solid plans to achieve them. The numbers of Pinterest are insane. It reported revenue of $847 million with adjusted earnings of 49 cents a share. Revenue rose 20% from the same quarter last year. On top of that, the company managed to reach the first full year of profitability, which is noteworthy. And even though the global monthly active users declined 6% since the third quarter of 2021 and dropped to 431 million users, but the global average revenue per user increased 23% to $1.93 and the US average revenue per user hit $7.43, which is a 25% increase. As long as Pinterest manages to enjoy a high revenue per user, there is no stopping its growth momentum. The company's growth story is highly overlooked and its potential underestimated. No, the decline in user base since the third quarter of 2021 has impacted Pinterest stock price adversely, but we should not judge the fundamentals of the company solely based on one statistic, which in the case of Pinterest is the number of users. The company has strong projections for this quarter, and I believe it has solid plans to achieve great results. Now let us dig a bit deeper into the numbers and see how the numbers have improved. And later on we will use the discounted cash flow model to see if the stock is trading well below the intrinsic value or not. If yes, we can press the trigger and make it a part of our portfolio. So Pinterest reported healthy fourth quarter 2021 results with a year-over-year increase in revenues driven by strong demand from retail advertisers. Both the bottom line and the top lines surpassed the respective Zacks consensus estimate, backed by the strength of the business model and the ability to respond proactively to the evolving market scenario with engaging customer content. And here are the quarterly details. The company reported net income of $174 million or 25 cents per share compared with $207.8 million or 30 cents per share in the year earlier quarter. The decline despite top line growth was primarily led by high operating expenses. The net income in the reported quarter was $339.4 million or 49 cents per share compared with $294.3 million or 43 cents per share in the year ago quarter and exceeded the Zacks consensus estimate by 4 cents. In 2021, the net income was $316.4 million or 46 cents per share against a net loss of $128.3 million or a loss of 22 cents per share in 2020. And the real reason behind the year-over-year improvement is largely led by higher revenues driven by ad product improvements and expansion in international markets. The net income for 2021 was $778.5 million or $1.13 per share compared with $283.2 million or 42 cents per share in 2020. Revenues in the fourth quarter of 2021 soared 20% year over year to $846.7 million and beat the consensus estimate of $831 million. The excellent growth was fueled by solid demand from retail advertisers, particularly offset by muted demand from consumer packaged goods advertisers due to supply chain headwinds. While revenues from the United States increased 11.3% year over year to $648 million, international revenues soared 61.8% to $199 million. Product development and exciting new features. The company launched more than 50 new features during the quarter that help grow native content, including idea pin publishing tools, new surfaces for creator discovery, engagement features, and safety improvements. It created a unique space for users to engage with video on the Watch tab platform. Pinterest TV has also evolved as a unique space by blending creator recommendations and online shopping experiences. Furthermore, Pinterest is focusing on brand marketing campaigns and also increased its workforce. Due to these initiatives and developments, the Pinterest fourth quarter 2021 operating costs increased 33.3% year over year to $667.2 million. And now the balance sheet. The company ended December 31, 2021 with cash or cash equivalents of $1.419 billion compared with $669.2 million in the prior year period. Cash flow at year end 2021 was $752.9 million compared with $28.8 million in the year ago period. And now let's look at the intrinsic value of Pinterest stock. We want to see if it is trading well below its intrinsic value considering the margin of safety of 25%. So here are the inputs to our discounted cash flow model, and we can see that the intrinsic value comes up to $46.5 and the current price is well below that. Therefore now I believe is the right time to accumulate. Let me know in the comments below, do you think that the Pinterest stock is a good value investment currently? Also, would you like to watch such videos in future? Furthermore, what sort of topics would you like me to cover in the future videos? If you found this video useful, please don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You all are awesome. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.